Last night we had some serious rain again, so I guess that's why they call it rainforest. I am going now on the middle part of this property just to see if anything has changed since the last time. As you can see, it's nice and green, and it's growing nicely. This will be definitely a challenge to maintain some kind of civilized, as the lawyer said, you know, it's not going to get too civilized. I'm trying to find some way inside this forest. I have never been off this road here. There is something that looks like it might be possible. Well, here. Cindy, are we going to try here? It's all the debris from when they were building that road. Big logs like this are all over the place from when they logged it many years ago. I'm guessing probably 40 years ago. There is all the trees that we see around here. They are fairly young. They are like 30 years something. So I guess what they used to do is that whole clear cut stuff where they would just rip all the trees out and then let the new growth come in. And what we found that there isn't much age difference between the small trees and the bigger trees because the small trees just don't have enough light. When you look up, they are trying, but they don't grow as fast as bigger trees. So one of the things we would like to do here is to use the smaller trees for firewood and some building material, and leave the bigger trees to hopefully get more of the nutrients for themselves from the soil. And here we are at our little pond in the middle of the property. I've never been this close. Well, the water was quite a bit lower too. Cindy, be careful, please. You can see we are not the first people here. This is definitely cut by humans. It's not all just natural. My dog thinks we might be continuing on this path. She doesn't know that we are turning back. Okay, let's go, Cindy. Let's go see if we can make it back safely. Of course, who would go to terrain where they need both hands holding a silly selfie stick? Yeah, that would be me. It's not as thick as it looks from the road, so I'm thinking somewhere near that wetland area to build a secondary cabin that would have no services, just really a shelter kind of, but something that I could use to watch the wildlife. I know it's there. We saw a couple of months ago, we saw a nice pile of bear shit there. Sorry, bear poop. This is a family channel. Okay, how about this? All right. Okay. Back on the road. So yeah, we know there are bears in the area. We know some people who heard cougars at night. We have seen a lot of birds, frogs, salamanders. There is so much nature to watch and explore. Cindy, come here. Alright, we are getting to the top part of our property. We had to cross the logging road, so I'm going to let Cindy off the leash now again. And here we will see some nice big rocks. It started raining again, not very hard, so it should be fine. This is the top portion, the, I guess, westmost portion of our property. This has been logged out by the logging company, and they just left behind a royal mess. When we need material for the building pad below, we can bring some rock from here. This is mostly limestone. The light rock is all limestone. I know that, and marble, and that's why we have all that water coming out. Hey, there are some wiggly things here. And then there is the red rock, which might be a sandstone, but I'm not a geologist, so I will have to look it up or call one. Here is our, what we call, the Angel Spring. There is water coming out of the ground on that other side of that little pond. There are some fishes there. Let's see if we can take a closer look. Mushrooms sprouting out here. So this will definitely be a great opportunity to learn about the local nature, whatever grows here. See what is somewhat edible and what is maybe gonna kill you, and maybe something that's gonna make you happy. Who knows? All right, so here is Angel Spring. All right, look at that water coming straight out of the rock. And then it goes here and forms this nice pond. I think they intentionally put some dirt on the other side so it doesn't flood the road when they were logging here, but I don't really know. It would be all just a guess. For sure pretty here. There is a second spring. I think it's coming out of that those holes over there. Oh, it's so loose. It's like crazy loose. It's probably not a very good idea to dig in there. There'll be plenty of firewood in here. I don't know if they have any plans to do anything with it. We are supposed to leave this part of the property for logging operation for future. And here is one of those huge stumps. Looks like a person with eyes, right? With the cutouts for the springboards. She's just dwarfed by it. One day we will come with the person and have a look. And that over there where the trees start, that's the edge of our land. One thing that I noticed is that there are a lot of seedlings sprouting out here. And we will try to find the right trees. There is a lot of western hemlock here and cedar, but there is also some Douglas fir, and I absolutely love those. So I think if we find some Douglas fir seedlings next spring, we will move them down and replant some of that land that got cleared. Here is some wildlife. Hey Cindy, how is the water? Speak. Good girl. I sometimes do that just in case there is a bear nearby. He knows about us, or she, especially if it's a she. So that way we don't surprise them, and they try to stay away from people. So if they know we are in the area, they will just move, and that way we can all be safe and respect each other's boundaries. Another hole, look at that. That wasn't there before. I guess the excavator guy was trying to see what would be a good fill for building the pad. And there is another hole over there, smaller one. Different soil too. This is more a soil like soil, not just rock. Just behind those trees, I don't know how the audio is going to be on this thing, but I can hear the creek that runs through our property, and I'm going to try to see if I will find my way to it. It looks pretty dicey. I don't know if I should even go there without somebody else being here to, be a backup, run for help if I fall or whatever. So we'll probably, I don't know, how about here? Yeah, I'll probably leave that for another time. Better play it safe. Some of these rocks are just spectacular. They are so beautiful. They are so beautiful. And they are not tiny. Look at that. Look at that. They are not tiny rocks. They are huge boulders. I mean, this guy, I don't know where it ends. That's not a rock. That's, I don't know what it is. It's a mountain on its own, and it has all these little features from water and whatnot. There are some looking if we can see some fossils in there. I am sure if you look hard enough, we would find some. Nice. Nice. Well, it's started raining a little bit harder, so I guess it's time to turn back. not hard, but thicker, like the drizzle is thicker than it was before. This was nice little tour and walkthrough. I try to do a walkthrough every time I come here, just to understand the land, understand what is growing, what is moving, where the water shows up or disappears, and also, you know, if there is any not so good activity on the land that you know, would be good to know about. I know one of the neighbors, they had a problem where people started coming here and cut their wood, with the wood being so expensive during the pandemic. So they finally put those big boulders at the entrance there. This is it for the walkthrough of the upper portion of the property. And we are back. We are back where we started. Let's see what the water level is like today. It's about the same. I'm thinking that maybe, I mean, it's all basic mechanics, right? As the water gets higher, the river that flows out of the lake also gets higher and takes more water away. So it actually looks a little lower than it was yesterday. Just a tiny bit. There is that log that I used to use as for sitting by the fireplace, by the fire, when there is some new debris floated in. But look at that. Isn't that magical? Isn't that absolutely magical? The steam rising out of the forest. Yes. This is a rainforest. Hey, Cindy, what is it? What is it? What is it? Take it, take it, take it. Oh, look at that dog. Look at that dog. Yeah, take it. I think it's a little too big for you, buddy. When we first got here, it was really thick forest and really hard to walk through. So over the summer, we did some cleaning and we filled some of the big holes with wood, and then I thought I would just cover it with dirt, but of course every single hole in the wood wants to be filled just like that. So this will be probably a multi-month project just to bring in more dirt and cover it up, and hopefully this will be another tiny path similar to this one here that we want to use as guest campsite. All these big boulders come from the top portion where we just were. So that took a lot of work and a lot of heavy technology, heavy machines to bring it here. We want to see at least one winter what the rocks will do as the ground underneath settles and some of the fill settles in between them. There are still big holes in there. And I'm really nervous about starting to build anything. Look at this rock. Look at this rock, how beautiful it is. Wow. And here we are back to our little cabin on the wheels. Let's see
I could not sit in front. The water flooded my favorite coffee spot. So I'm here for my favorite coffee.